Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, Doctor. Me and my friends from TBA1 Group 2 will present about Defamation Act in this movie. My name is Aminah Binti Ibrahim, matric number 1180168. I will explain about background of this movie. Topic of this movie is Fabricated City. It was directed by Park Hwan-hyun, produced by Kim Hyun-cheon and Jang Yong-hwan. Starring by the main character in this movie are Ji Chang-wook as Kwon Yu, Shim Yoon-kyung as Yo-woon, Ah Jae-hong as Demolition. Besides, the supporting character in this movie are Oh Jung-si as Min Cheong-sang, Kim Sang-ho as Ma Deok-so, Kim Ki-cheon as Beauty of Space, Kim Min-kyo as Dao Shi-young, Choi Gui-hwa as Prison Warden, Gyung Kwang-san as Ma Deok-so right-hand man, and Kim Song-gi as Yoon Pye. Country of this movie is at South Korean. It was released on 9 February 2017. Type of movie is action crime film. Time running in this movie is 122 minutes, which is 2 hours and 2 minutes. About production is this movie. The film marks director Park Hwan-hyun's return after directing the hit film Welcome to Dongmakgon 12 years ago. The film also marks Ji Chang-wook's film's debut as lead actor. Filming began on 1st July 2015 in Yongsan, Seoul, South Korea and finished on 29 December 2015 in Seoul. According to CJ Entertainment, will be opening in 31 countries, including 5 where it will be distributed directly by CJ. The film was sold to 26 regions at the European Film Market held during the Berlin International Film Festival. The film will launch in Australia and New Zealand in February, Hong Kong in March, Malaysia in April, and Thailand in May. It will also be shown in Taiwan, Italy and India, Vietnam, Indonesia, and North America. Okay, what is this story about? The story is about a gamer, which is Kwon Yu, was being slandered with the case of raping and killing a young girl. Based on this story, how Kwon Yu fought with his teams to clear his name from this case. Later, my friends will tell more about what really happened in this case. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, Dr. Hazmi. My name is Nurasilah Binti Ruzi, 1180166 KBN1 Group 2. I'd like to tell the synopsis of Fabricated City. Kwon Yo Ji Chang-wook, formerly a national taekwondo champion, spends most of his day playing games at an internet cafe. In an online first-person shooter, his character Captain is highly skilled and has a group of close friends and teammates who call themselves Resurrection. After a gaming session, he finds a smartphone and goes to the owner's apartment to return it as from owner's favor to him, and she gives a huge amount of money. The next day, he is arrested and accused of raping and killing a young girl. The evidence seems irrefutable. The murder weapon is in his house. The fingerprints and DNA are in her apartment. and the apartment security camera has footage of him. Following pressure from the media, the court swiftly finds him guilty and sentences him to life imprisonment in a maximum security prison. After receiving a news that his mother has committed suicide, Kwon breaks out of prison, triggering a national manhunt. He goes to the office of Min Chum-sang, the public attorney who defended him. Min gives Kwon Yo his mother necklace, saying he will re-examine his case. Kwon is contacted by correction teammates. She takes him to a house on the city outskirts. They are soon joined by his other teammates. Yulwol has researched the case, found many irregularities in the supposed evidence, and gathered the team to help Kwon clear his name. The team examines recent high-profile violent crimes and via security camera footage finds a truck parking close to all crime scenes. Following this lead, Kwon arrives at the apartment of No Jeon-young, a rising TV actor, and he finds his corpse. Hiding in a corner, Kwon witnesses a team of specialists creating a crime scene, following a narrative of rabbit fans stalking, killing, and embalming her idol. Unbeknownst to Kwon, the apartment is being surveilled by Min, who is the mastermind behind this framing. No real killer is found to be the daughter of a wealthy businessman known as Chairman Chu, who hires Min to find a scapegoat. Using a massive intelligence-gathering supercomputer hidden in his apartment block, Min finds an appropriate candidate, a girl named So, and sends a team to drug her and collect her hair, saliva, and blood that they used to fake the crime scene. Later, they lure her to No's apartment and finish the narrative. Similarly, No's victim, Kwon's victim, was killed by the son of the wealthy client, and Kwon was made scapegoat. After tracking So, the team bugs her phone and finds a compliance. Kwon attempts to kidnap a compliance but unsuccessful. Then he fell. His mother necklace is GPS for track him by Min. After resurrection sabotage Min's operation, footage of his victims and call logs with his client using Yo-Wol's thumb drive. Min implies the suicide of Kwon's mother was actually a murder set up by Min. Min then reveals that Ma, Kwon's enemy, is at Yo-Wol's safe house, has captured his teammates. Unable to wait, Kwon rushes back in time to save his teammates. The group rush to a TV station. On the way, they learn that Min has manipulated the media into painting his team as a psychotic crime ring. The team distracts the persons, while Yo-Wol sets up her apartment. Eventually, everyone accepts Yo-Wol's capture. As Min celebrates, his comment says Yo-Wol's thumb drive has finished its job. With the evidence found in Min's computer, Yo-Wol and the two hitherto absent team members put together a presentation. They block the TV station regular broadcast and begin presenting the facts, detailing Min's involvement, his clients, and how they framed their victims. Min is arrested, although it is implied there is a greater force behind him. Kwon is clear of all charges and let go. In the final scenes, the group is at gathering, chatting, and eating happily.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Aida Binti Rusdi, and my matric number is 1180169. So I will talk about the highlighted scene in this movie, which is related to the Law Act. In the beginning, the character named Kwon Yu was at the cyber cafe spending his time playing online games. And then there was a stranger's phone on his PC desktop and he got a call through it. When he picked up the phone, there was an unknown woman's voice who claimed that she left her phone in the cyber cafe and asked Kwon Yu to return it to her at the address given. Turned out, it is a motel she stays at. At first, he declined and said that he was busy, as an excuse. But in the end, he was willing to do it after the woman offered him certain amount of money. Based on the CCTV footage, Kwon Yu was seen entering the motel building and exiting it after. And later in the morning, a lot of people barged in his house and he was being framed for committing murder as well as raping. He was arrested and was waiting for the court trial while the forensics unit examined all the evidences. Court trial. During the court trial, his mom succeeded in getting him a lawyer to defend his case. However, all evidences seemed to be pointing at him, such as the murder weapon was in his house, his fingerprints and DNA were in the victim's apartment, and even the CCTV footage of him. So following pressure from the media, the court swiftly found him guilty. He didn't win the case and was sentenced to life imprisonment in a maximum security prison. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Suzana Binti Ismail. My street number 1180164. Okay, what if Malaysian law applies for the situation like in the movie? First, contact a qualified personal injury attorney to make sure your rights are protected. Based on the movie, Kwon Yu, the plaintiff, can make a claim against defamation under Defamation Act 1957. In defamation cases, the claimant may ask for a hard sum, but it is up to the judge to decide on the amount to be paid out. If Malaysian law does not implement defamation suit against the defendant, it is a great loss for the plaintiff who suffer from the big damage. And what exactly is defamation? In simple language, defamation occurs when there is statement made that damage or injures the reputation of another person. Defamation can consist of either slander or libel. For this case, it's libel. Libel occurs when the defamatory statement is made through a permanent form, such as article, newspaper report, email, video recording. And what are the law governing defamation in Malaysia? In Malaysia, defamation can be both a civil and criminal offence. For civil cases, the relevant legislation is the Defamation Act 1957. Criminal defamation is covered by Chapter 21, Section 499 to 502 of the Penal Code. And when a statement is considered defamation, it is possible to provide an exhaustive list of what statement will be considered defamatory. Generally speaking, a statement is defamatory if it will lower the reputation of another person in the eyes of the public. Certain statements may be clearly defamatory in the near natural and ordinary meaning, like in the movie. News falsely informing others that Kwon Yu is convicted criminal for committing murder and raping. However, some cases may not be so straightforward, especially when there are innuendos involved. And how did you establish defamation? From a legal perspective, three general criteria must be proven before defamation can be established. Firstly, the words are defamatory. Secondly, the word must refer to the plaintiff. And thirdly, the word must be published. And for the lastly, what if you are successful in defamation action? There is no fixed formula to calculate damage. Damage will be assessed by the court in accordance to various factors, such as the reputation of the claimant, whether the claimant is public figure or personality, the seriousness or severity of the defamatory statement, whether malice was involved, and whether the defendant had apologized. One of the highest defamation awards in Malaysia were in 2000, where the Federal Court upheld the decision to award the sum of 7 million ringgit Malaysia as damage to businessman Tashriwin Sentang for defamatory article published in a magazine. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hello, okay, we continue for my section. My name is Abdullah Bin Radzuan. My number 1180167. Okay, my section, the last for this movie is conclusion for this movie. Okay, from this movie, we can conclude that Kuan Yew did not resort for defamation suit, despite being framed for committing murder and rape. Okay, although we can see that in the end of at the end of the movies, he succeed in clearing his name, but he should find himself a qualified, then trusted personal attorney to fight for this case. Then he might be winning at last, but it was still his loss to not grab the opportunity which was given by the legislation. Okay, besides, this movie also contains moral values and lesson. Firstly, if we are framed for something we never do, we must fight back. As we know, our country has rules and regulations. Use the opportunity accordingly. But from this movie, the attorney Min Chun San was a mastermind behind all the crimes. So he was an untrustworthy attorney. Second, don't trust people easily. Although we offer some kind of values, some kind of value thing like money. Example in this movie, Kuan Yew was dragged in the mess because he trusting the criminal who offer him a certain amount of money for returning her phone. Third, teamwork in this movie is amazing. As you know, although they only know each other through online game, but their friendship was close enough for them to help Kuan Yew clearing their reputation. This is all from the moral values and lesson we can take from this to practice in our life. That's all from us. Thank you for listening. If any fault, I am so sorry. Thank you. See you again. Bye.